This is how El Chapo threatened his guards in the prison. Do you think a notorious drug lord like El Chapo has the power to control a Supermax prison in the United States? Although many believe that the ADX Supermax Prison in Colorado has the most stringent surveillance and guarded officials, the truth is that El Chapo is a terrifying presence within the prison. In this video, we'll explore the potential power and influence that El Chapo holds over the prison guards and how he may have threatened them to maintain his control within the prison walls. Let's get started. Although many believe that the ADX Supermax Prison in Colorado has the most stringent surveillance and guarded officials, the truth is that El Chapo is a terrifying presence within the prison. The guards are in a difficult position where they feel powerless against the muscle and financial might of drug cartels such as Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's Sinaloa cartel. If El Chapo were to receive harsh treatment, the prison guards face a genuine danger of retaliation from his criminal connections. Remarkably, even the guards handle him with more caution than an ordinary prisoner due to El Chapo's immense power. Can you fathom the influence he holds? Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, a notorious drug lord, was convicted in an international drug distribution case and is currently serving a life sentence in the United States at the ADX Florence, also known as the Administrative Maximum Prison. This is considered to be the most secure federal supermax prison in Colorado and is designed to provide the highest level of security. It is a common misconception that ADX Florence is the strictest prison, but in reality, it is not as fortified as one might think. According to articles about the prison, only the inmates' lawyers are permitted to visit, making it difficult for outsiders to gain access. However, this may not be the case for El Chapo. The truth is that El Chapo is permitted to receive visitors and can get things done if he chooses. He can easily convey his wishes to others, including his attorney, and anything could happen in this situation. El Chapo has amassed tens to hundreds of millions of dollars through his drug trafficking business, which he has hidden or spread out across the globe. Additionally, he has sons who are not imprisoned and still participate in their father's drug trading enterprise. Do you believe that these two statements could lead to bribery and intimidation of prison guards? Some guards may accept money from El Chapo and aid in his escape without realizing the consequences. Those who do not accept bribes may never regret their decision. El Chapo may also threaten the guards by informing his sons to harm them if they refuse to comply with his demands. Although the likelihood of success is low, it cannot be completely ruled out. It is not uncommon for prison guards to deal with inmates who demand their release, and El Chapo is no exception. He may be able to coerce other guards by threatening them or their loved ones. This is simply a form of prison politics. El Chapo, currently imprisoned in a Supermax facility, has expressed dissatisfaction with his current conditions, stating they are worse than his previous life when he ruled a Mexican prison. His second escape from prison exposes the flaws in the system. The facility was unable to contain the most notorious inmates and was controlled not by administrators but by those incarcerated. Money held all the power, allowing for the breaking of rules and access to luxuries such as phones and prostitutes, while also protecting from violence. Due to their low salaries, many prison guards resorted to participating in the internal prison market to supplement their income. However, they are faced with immense pressure to cooperate with incarcerated narco-traffickers and gang leaders who would threaten them or their families. It was common knowledge that helping one gang would make them a target of rival gangs. Eduardo Olmos, the former mayor of Torreon, revealed that guards were in a lose-lose situation. Prisons were controlled by gangs themselves, with the Zetas in one and the Sinaloa cartel in the other. These penitentiaries housed gang members who had committed the most heinous crimes. There have been doubts about the potential for political change, but feel differently about the United States. Some suggest that El Chapo, a notorious drug lord, may be paying off prison officers to maintain his power and influence. Others speculate that the El Chapo seen in the media may not be the natural person and that he may have paid someone to impersonate him. But if El Chapo were to threaten or harm prison guards and their families, there would likely be severe consequences that are kept from the public eye. They explain that prison guards in Mexico are paid very little, making bribery a real possibility. One guard even admitted that taking bribes became a habit because of the lack of protection and low pay. During El Chapo's peak, Mexico had 387 prisons, and over half of them were overcrowded, including Altiplano, which was operating at more than 33% of its usual capacity when Guzman infiltrated it. Due to poor conditions and insufficient funding, jailbreaks were frequent, with 31 occurring between 2010 and 2013. The situation was so dire that even a massive prison break of over 130 inmates in Piedras Negras, located near the US border, was not surprising. In contrast to the prisons in Mexico, those in the United States were typically better controlled and adequately funded, with provisions for adequate food and medical care. According to Miguel Morales, who spent some time in a prison near Altiplano, it didn't take long for him to notice the abundance of illegal activities taking place within the facility. The inmates were being charged for everything, even something as basic as watching television or avoiding physical violence. Morales compared the prison to the most luxurious hotel in the world, implying that the inmates were living in a comfortable environment despite their criminal offenses. It appears that El Chapo, a notorious drug lord, made the most out of this situation. In a 60-minute video, a former U.S. official who served as an advisor to the Justice Department and Homeland Security recounted how notorious crime boss El Chapo attempted to negotiate his way out of an escape. The official shared that El Chapo threatened to kill, rape, and torture the official's family if his offer to make them wealthy beyond their wildest imaginations was declined. This behavior was said to be consistent with El Chapo's criminal career, making it likely that he would repeat his actions. El Chapo is considered a celebrity within the ADX facility where he is incarcerated. It remains unclear whether he will stay silent or attempt to bribe police officers again. However, given his past behavior, the latter is a more probable outcome. Despite the uncertainty of whether prison guards will encounter El Chapo outside of prison, it cannot be ruled out as a possibility. Sophie's action of pointing a gun at a police officer raises concerns about the value of life. It is likely that the officer will comply to save his own life, creating another sensational news story. Although the ADX Florence prison provides hellish living conditions, it is not immune to crime. High-security prisons housing notorious cartel leaders such as El Chapo are vulnerable to the smuggling of narcotics and other contraband by cartel members through corrupt guards. Wealthy prisoners are also able to access prostitutes with the help of their lawyers. The case of El Chapo has shed light on the power dynamics and corruption within the prison system. The reality is that prison guards are often caught between a rock and a hard place when it comes to dealing with high-profile inmates like El Chapo. Despite being in one of the most secure prisons in the US, he still has the ability to wield influence and power. As we wrap up, we hope this video has provided some insights into the complexities of the prison system and how powerful figures like El Chapo can manipulate and exploit it to their advantage. And that's all for today. We hope you found this story as fascinating and eye-opening as we did. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more informative videos here at Criminal Records, and we'll see you in the next video.